Look at how easy this is for United to walk straight through us. As soon as we lose the ball, it's just everybody sprints at the ball. He's actually looking at Luke Shaw. Right, hello everybody, welcome back to the Golden Sky. I'm Tom, and today we are going to finally go through the tactical analysis for Liverpool's disappointing result, 3-2 loss to Man United. Once again, another defeat in the Premier League. Lots to show you today, so let's waste no time and let's get right into the clips from the game. Okay, so we'll start the video off with Liverpool's setup in the first half, and the way that we set up was with two number 10s or false 10s or two strikers, whatever you want to call it. The shape out of possession was the thing that, or is the thing I want you to focus on here in the first half, because we completely changed in the second, and in the first half it didn't work for us at all. It's two number 10s or strikers, like I said, with Wirtz and Szoboszlai. That was how we lined up. You can see it here. This is about 30 seconds into the game. Gakpo's on the left, Frimpong on the right, and then you have McAllister and Gravenberch as 2 8s behind them. So you can call it a 4-4-2, you can call it a 4-2-4, whatever you want. The premise of the formation is that we have two players at the front pressing and two wingers at the front pressing. The problem we've got with this is we don't press that well. We don't press that well, and our midfielders end up having to cover way too big spaces for the legs that they have, notably Alexis McAllister. So let's move this on into an early attack from United, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So here's United on the ball in the middle. It's Casemiro who's playing this pass into Šeško, and first of all, you can see our midfielders getting dragged all over the place. McAllister is with Dalot, Gravenberch is ahead of the play on Mainu, he's trying to press. The front four is like nowhere near anybody. The ball's bypassed the two front men, and then you've got Gakpo's the one who's ended up pressing in the middle. McAllister isn't screening this pass in here to the front man. That's all fine. This isn't a disastrous pass, but it's just little details to notice. And again, you see in this big space in the middle that I've pointed out a lot this season. If this ball does come into the front man, I'm not being funny, early into the game against United, I want my centre-backs to be really aggressive. Either win the ball or come and foul Šeško. A foul on the halfway line, 3 minutes into the game against United at Old Trafford, is not a bad foul at all, ever. Instead, the ball comes in. Konate's too nice. Here, he needs to either get his foot around Šeško and hook the ball away, or put him on his arse. It's the only two options. What he can't do is let Šeško control it comfortably and then play this ball into space, bypassing, again, our two midfielders who are now trying to press the ball. We get three men around the ball, but without enough intensity and aggression and intent in our actual press. It just leads to Šeško being able to take a touch and move it into more attacking areas, which is what happened. Here's Dalot, who played quite narrow in the first half and really took advantage of us down this right-hand side with Mbeumo holding the width. Robbo was having some troubles down this side, and all of a sudden United are counter-attacking us from them having the ball at the back. The play moves on. We see Mbeumo, he has Bruno on the overlap. There's now, a 2v1 going on. McAllister and Robbo trying to deal with it. You've got Cunha at the back post. Šeško's in the middle. It's a bit of a mess, really. We do manage to clear it, and then it leads to Wirtz. And this is the other side of the game in the first half that we really struggled with. So it wasn't just us from a defensive point of view, but it was also us from an attacking point of view as well, where we struggled. And that was plainly obvious to see. Here's Wirtz on the ball. He's going to break away from Casemiro, and he finds Andy Robertson. And you look at this picture, and it's no secret to why we were so ineffective in the first half and why we were so far off the pace, so lucky to only be 2-0 down. Here's Robbo on the ball. We're trying to spring a counter-attack now, and there's nobody further forward than him. No striker, no winger. Robbo is the furthest man forward, and then Wirtz is parallel alongside to him. Robbo tries to play him the ball. It falls to Maguire or Mbeumo. I can't remember who cuts it out, but it gets cut out and we get nothing from it. Midfield is all too deep. They've just sprinted back. They don't have the legs to then sprint back forward. Frimpong the same. It's just a mess. There was no cohesiveness to our play or structure in the first half at all. And then we see more pressing from Liverpool. So now you could say it really does look like a 4-4-2 now, 4-4-1-1 even, with two strikers and a four-man midfield, which is a pretty conventional formation and not an uncommon one to defend in. Defence looks fine, midfield looks fine, United have a free kick. So Maguire's got the ball, Mainu's dropped into that third centre-back role. And we're going to press here with Wirtz and Szoboszlai, but just look at how easy this is for United to walk straight through us and form an attack. This is honestly incredible. So this is Maguire, dead ball, goes to Mainu. Okay, no problem. So Szoboszlai's here, he's cutting off this pass to Heaven. He's the right striker, that's fine. And Wirtz goes to press the ball, goes to press Mainu. But he presses, this is a poor press for me from Wirtz. He has to press at this angle. So then, if Mainu wants to try and dribble past him, he can, but he can't just easily play this ball to Maguire. But again, it's a small detail, it's not the end of the world. Maguire does get on the ball, but then Wirtz doesn't have the running power and the strength to come and knock Maguire off this ball or really intensely try and tackle him. They just sort of shepherd him forwards up the line. That's fine. Maguire's not really going to hurt you from here, but it's how easy all of this happens. Maguire's been able to travel forward with the ball under no pressure, really, 10, 15 yards. I mean, he's going to find Dalot, who's now free. Robbo's trying to pass Mbeumo on to Gakpo, who's come inside, and that's fine. Robbo realises Dalot's going to be the one getting on this ball. And he is. So Robbo goes out to him, but now Gakpo has got to deal with Mbeumo, but he doesn't. He switches off as well. And all of a sudden, Mbeumo's ran off behind him, and Gakpo's got to try and go with him, but he's too late. There's not enough communication. Van Dijk's now trying to see the situation. Maybe I should go out here. So is McAllister. Maybe I should go out here. The reality is everybody's late. Nobody's on time. It's too easy for United. This is just from a dead ball. And Mbeumo gets the ball. Another 2v1 that we've just seen. And now look at Šeško in the middle. He's already on his toes, ready to burst across Konate. He knows that this cross is coming in towards him. Konate just about gets there first. This leads to the corner that then United score from. So if Konate's a little bit more alert, maybe he can get to this ball first and clear it this way rather than have to quickly, like hurriedly clear it out of play for a corner. Just a really, really soft corner to concede. Really poor from us. Not a good bit of play again in the first half. And it only continued. Again, we're seeing a similar thing. Casemiro on the ball. Liverpool attack finished, and not a very good attack, not going anywhere, and all of a sudden really exposed. Too many men committed forward. You see Robbo, Wirtz, Gakpo, McAllister, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and Frimpong all forward. That's fine, but there's no protection whatsoever. If you're going to commit all those bodies forward, you have to be ready to defend, and our players are not ever ready to defend in a quick transition. They don't have the legs, they don't have the rest defence. McAllister is gone with Bruno Fernandes. He's in the same space as Gravenberch. This pass can never get to Bruno Fernandes because Gakpo's inside pressing. It's just a mess. It's just, as soon as we lose the ball, it's just everybody sprints at the ball. Nobody presses as a unit or gets back to their position in time. It's just a scramble. It really was. Easy pass to Mbeumo, and all of a sudden, United have lots of room to work with. You see McAllister. This is where you're going to see his deficiency in his running. He's with Bruno Fernandes. Just remember that. It's his job to run back with Bruno Fernandes. And as Mbeumo picks this ball up and starts running, look now, Bruno Fernandes has left McAllister for dead. McAllister is now all of a sudden decided, I'm going to go and mark the ball. And that's fine. We've got Van Dijk and Konate to pass him on to, but this is just indecisiveness. It's too big of a space for McAllister to cover on his own. He can't do it. It's not viable for any player. Not especially a player with his running ability. Bruno makes this run easily. There's no communication here in the back line. You see Konate thinks he's going with Bruno. Van Dijk thinks he's playing him offside. Jones is in between. It's just a mess. It really is. Bruno gets played in. Now all of a sudden we're in massive trouble. The ball comes across to Šeško. It comes across to Šeško even. Jones is desperately trying to get back. The ball makes its way to Šeško and he has a great chance to score. Good save from Woodman in the goal. But then the attack wasn't finished. The ball breaks out. Liverpool are really slow now to get back again. Just trying to sprint all over the pitch. So Luke Shaw, free to deliver the cross into the box. It comes back in. You've got Bruno Fernandes at the back post who goes full Peter Crouch. Just bullies like Robbo and Konate at the back post. It's not exactly orthodox, a back post cross to Bruno Fernandes, but he wins it. Again, just shows sort of the mess that Liverpool are in. They're trying to defend. Bit of a scramble. Konate and Van Dijk have crossed over. You've just got like Šeško's in behind. He's onside somehow. It's just a mess. Ball comes over. Obviously, then it hits Šeško in the nutsack and then his fingers, and then they gave the goal. We've since had an apology for this. Thanks, guys. That's brilliant. Really appreciate that. I love apologies more than wins, to be honest. So Happy days. Let's move on quickly from that. Okay, then I'm just going to show you quickly what our attacks were like in the first half. Okay, they were all like this. This was like the best of them. It involved us getting the ball forward and out wide, and you just see this. Look in the middle. A massive, massive outlying, gaping hole where nobody in white is there to score a goal, rhyming accidentally. And that meant we were so toothless, and it was easy to defend against. And this is the problem with double tens. Here's our two double tens. They both want to come towards the ball because that's their game. They both want to get on, but they don't want to be here. This is Isaac territory. You know what I mean? And the ball just gets recycled back to Canate. United just shuffle across again. Nobody filling up the space here. It gets moved to Gakpo, and eventually we actually get a decent shot from this, which is Gakpo hitting one from outside the box. This is about the best attack we had in the whole first half. The ball just whistles wide. Not great, though, really, was it at all? And this even continued more in the first half. I want to just pull out more of this, where Casemiro's on the ball. He has way too much time. Think of when we beat United 5-0 at Old Trafford, and we were smashing Casemiro the second he got the ball, winning the ball back and scoring goals. Think of Luis Diaz and robbing the ball last season at Old Trafford, smashing Casemiro and then scoring. It's not the same this year. Instead, he plays the ball out to Dalot, and again, just massive spaces left by Liverpool's team, and it's because of this press at the front. Here's Gakpo, our left winger. He's now forward with our two strikers forward as well. The midfield is exposed and ran past McAllister again. He's with Bruno Fernandes. I want you to watch what happens when he's with Bruno Fernandes. Dalot runs the ball forward, and McAllister has ran. Instead of running with Bruno Fernandes, he's become attracted to the ball because he thinks he's got to get over there, but he's never getting over there. So by the time he's over, Dalot's already moved the ball out wide, and now McAllister has left Bruno Fernandes, who's free. The ball comes into him. Mbeumo plays it in, and Bruno should score for 3-0, and that should have been game over. But it wasn't. We went into the second half with a completely new shape out of possession. To give Slot some credit, he changed completely the setup, and we were much better as a result of it. So you can see, I've just left this in from the kickoff. You can see the setup's changed. We've now got Gakpo up front. He's a clear focal point. We've not got two players up there. We've actually got five now across the middle. Burt's has gone out to the left-hand side. We've dropped an extra body in the middle, which is now Szoboszlai, and we've gone to sort of a 4-3-3 in the middle, or a 4-5-1, however you want to call it. And it helped. So Ahmad also came on for United. Brilliant tactical move from Carrick there. Please give him the job to bring Ahmad on, because he just gave Liverpool the ball under no pressure in the middle, which is what we need from time to time from the other team. Szoboszlai picks this ball up a little bit deeper, maybe just a little bit more congested in the middle, helped us. He gets the ball and he just runs forward until he scores. He just keeps running. He's looking for someone to pass to at this point. He's got Frimpong coming up on the right. He's got Gakpo occupying defenders in the middle. That was key. Even if Gakpo doesn't do much here, he just takes bodies away from Szoboszlai for a while till he gets to a shooting position and he can hit it into this far corner. It was a really easy, simple goal. A counter-attack, but not really of any brilliance, just a mistake from United. But our good play actually continued in the second half. We really did improve after that first goal. We really did look like we were going to maybe even go on to win the game, which was why it was such a shame that we didn't. Canate now on the ball in the middle. And you see, we've all of a sudden the game is opening up for us. You see Casemiro and Mainu, United's two midfielders. Now they're the ones being pulled around. So he's gone to McAllister. Mainu's gone to Gravenberch. And we've got Wirtz in off this left wing. You see Dalot's come in to sort of mark him from the left-hand side. Ahmad's sort of with Robbo, but not really. Robbo's got all this space. Dalot's thinking maybe I should go over here, using full-backs as width. And we've still got Gakpo in the middle. If you're thinking in the first half where we were, where Wirtz is inside, he's coming towards the ball. Gakpo's stuck out here. He's not really doing much out there. We've got nobody for Maguire and Heaven to worry about. So Dalot can go out here. Maguire can come out here. There's nobody in this space, meaning the centre-backs can be nice and wide. Konate's going to play this ball to Wirtz, who gets on it, and all of a sudden we've got loads of space in the middle. He then plays this one onto Szoboszlai, and then Gakpo, again, giving the lads a bit of room, making a run, not a great run by any means, but giving the United defender something to think about, so Szoboszlai and Wirtz can run forward. They find Wirtz. Again, it's a shot from the edge of the box, so it's nothing crazy. It doesn't really faze the goalkeeper, but it's just a bit of better play. It could go out wide. It's not a terrible move. And that shot actually led to this goal kick, which led to our equaliser. It's Lamens on the ball, and I don't really know what he does here, to be honest. I couldn't really tell you. He thinks he can pass this ball to Casemiro. McAllister is marking Mainu and Casemiro, sort of, and Gakpo's also sort of phasing onto Casemiro and Maguire. Szoboszlai's the one leading the press. You see how he nicely curves his run so this ball can't come to heaven? That's how you press properly. Set up much better. We've got a much more organised structure here. Gravenberch is holding. We're not going to get exposed if they do beat us. It's much better. Lemens plays this ball, and like McAllister, you can see he sort of runs to Mainu and he's stopped and he's jumping onto Casemiro, wins the ball back, plays it to Szoboszlai, who very calmly knocks it back to Gakpo, who then just pops it into the empty net, nice and easy. And we were level, and all of a sudden it looked really good for us. Things were looking like they were all coming up nicely. You see again, this time United trying to get on the attack with us. Mainu's on the ball. Look how much more tight around him we are. Look at the lack of space that we're giving. Think of that first half when they had so much room over time. Now we're the ones getting really close, making tackles more aggressive in our play. And now we're the ones counter-attacking as a result. Szoboszlai gets the ball from that tackle. He's got players ahead of him. Frimpong on the right-hand side. Played the ball out to him. And now we're counter-attacking down this right-hand side like United were to us in the first half. Frimpong busts down the wing. Cross comes in, over to Wirtz. He can just cushion this one down to Gakpo. And on another day, Gakpo's shot here maybe takes a deflection, goes in the far corner like United's did. Or we get a corner and we score from it. But it's just, I've left these in just to show you the improvement in the second half. Bit more aggression, counter-attacking ourselves, set up better defensively, more balance, just better, more confidence overall. But then the goal, and this is where it really felt like the goal came at a time where we were on top. We just brought Rio on. We were thinking, right, let's go on, let's push and try and get the winner. And unfortunately, Rio's come under a bit of criticism for this goal because of his role in it. So I want to just look at that early on in the move. So Cunha's on the ball, and he's going to play this ball out to Luke Shaw. And I just want to look at Rio. So Caro was really harsh on Rio on comms, said he's lost Luke Shaw. And he did lose him. So you've got to criticise him for that. And he's a young lad and he'll learn. But look here. He's actually looking at Luke Shaw already. He's looking at him right now. He's thinking, that's my man. Right, I need to mark Luke Shaw. Okay, he's my responsibility. Cunha's coming across. No danger here. As Cunha comes more across, Rio again is having a second look. He's now realised he thinks this pass is coming to Luke Shaw. He's aware because he can see by his body he's set. He's thinking, right, I'm ready for this pass to come. He just doesn't know where it's going to come or when. He doesn't have that defensive instinct in his game yet. He's looking at Luke Shaw again. He's trying to mark him. He's not lost him. He's not switched off. He's trying his best to figure out where he's coming from. He thinks that the ball might come here. It actually gets slipped in behind him. And by the time it does, he's looked away for too long, just a split second too long, and Luke Shaw is gone. And it's in behind, and all of a sudden they've got a cross. But there's plenty more that goes wrong after this. The cross comes in. Kirkes at the back post is not doing enough for me. He's only got Ahmad to deal with. Like, this is not, flipping some beast in the air like Haaland. This is only Ahmad. He wins the header. It sort of ricochets down. But then McAllister, this is pathetic. This clearance is pathetic from McAllister, who was pretty awful in this game, to be honest. Just, like, so flappy and flimsy. He can either cushion this down to Wirtz, or he can absolutely welly the thing, get it away, properly clear. Instead, he just tees up Mainu nicely to come onto it and half volley it into the goal, which is really, really disappointing. And they did go 3-2 up, obviously, as a result. And it was a real sucker punch for us at this point in the game. I will just put one more thing in, again, just to talk about the other side of Rio's game and why we brought him on. We were unlucky not to equalise again later on in the game. So, again, counter-attack from us, which we did better of in the second half. Kirkes on the ball, he's got players forward, and one of them is Rio and Gamoa on this left-hand side. And when you see Rio here and he's running at a player, this is when you're thinking you're in business. He's running at Dalot. He's going to want to go right at him. Can he go down the line, maybe get a cross in or cut inside? He can do both. We've seen him do both. He cuts inside on this one, and people were saying maybe he should have laid this ball off. You see, you've got McAllister. He definitely shouldn't have given this the ball. This is definitely not the ball. He maybe could give it to Szoboszlai, but if he does, I feel like United are going to shuffle across and the attack wouldn't look as good as it does on the still image. Maybe Szoboszlai gets it and he can have a shot, maybe, but Rio, we've seen him score goals from this position, coming on his right foot, and he just doesn't quite get the right set on it to curl it into that far corner, and it goes wide. On another day, he scores, and we come away with a point. Disappointing overall, but much better in the second half. sour taste in the mouth from this game. Not just to lose to United, but the way we lost. Disappointing. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I really do hope that you did enjoy it. And if you did, please do leave a like on the video. It's probably the last thing I wanted to do is rewatch that Man United game again. So if you did enjoy, please do leave a like. We're trying to get to 35 likes on every video. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you are new as well, please do subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. So if you could help me get there, that would be amazing. Podcast listeners, 5-star rating and reviews. You guys all know what to do by now. We've nearly done a full season of it, everyone. We nearly have done a full season. I'll be back tomorrow for the preview for the weekend's game against Chelsea. I will say on this one, and I will say it on tomorrow's video as well, I am once again mountain climbing on Saturday in preparation for the 3 peaks. So the ratings will be later on Saturday. I am planning on watching in between a double mountain climb. So stay tuned for ratings on Saturday night rather than straight after the game like normal. Until then, everyone, I will speak to you in the preview tomorrow. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.